Okay, so we just got some exciting Criterion Collection news in our inboxes yesterday, and I wanted to talk about that with you guys here in case you weren't aware of it. So stick around and we'll jump straight into it. Criterion Eclipse Series is back. So yeah, that's pretty exciting news. I didn't really know that much about the Eclipse series because they've only ever existed on DVD, and I've never really collected Criterion on DVD. So I remember seeing it before. Sometimes I'll look at something and I'll see that there was Eclipse versions of movies that existed. So I figured let's just go through it really quick. I'll look at the email. We'll talk about what the Eclipse series is, and we'll talk about which titles seem like they would be exciting for them to reprint and re-release. So, as you can see in this email, this is an Eclipse series collection here, which they've rebranded to include the C and the C in the upper right corner, and kind of make them flush with what the Criterion movies typically look like, which I think is cool because the old versions used to have an E for Eclipse instead of the C. But I like the idea that they would match and be more included into the Criterion kind of look and feel. So this first edition that they're going to be releasing is Eclipse Series 47, which includes 17 films. All films I've never heard of. And that is kind of the general thing with Eclipse, is though Criterion is already preserving movies that are important classics or possibly a little bit lesser known to some people, Eclipse is like the next level of that. It's really underknown films and collecting them and preserving them in formats that are a little bit more affordable or easier to digest, and they're usually always box sets. So this November, Criterion is thrilled to relaunch Eclipse, our continuing series of lost, forgotten, or overshadowed films presented in simple, affordable box set editions. We are upgrading the line to Blu-ray and releasing both new editions and upgrades of popular DVD sets, starting with a deep dive into the work of Abbas Kiarostami that highlights the first 2 decades of the legendary Iranian filmmaker's career. The series will also bring you films from Tanaka, Gomez, Asland, and more. So that's really exciting. So yeah, new Eclipse box sets. That's cool too. With the relaunch of the Eclipse line, Criterion reaffirms its commitment to making the full richness of film history accessible within the reliable permanence of physical media. Each release will use the best available materials and feature an essay in which an expert shares historical context and insight about the films. That is exciting to me because that is one of my favorite things about physical media and collecting it, is having things that I otherwise wouldn't feel like I'd be able to get or access through streaming. Now, I know the Criterion channel does a great job of making a lot of obscure films available through streaming, but having this kind of almost film historian style line is very exciting to me. It's I'm looking forward to getting into this stuff because I already love when Criterion does that, like this box set of Dietrich and von Sternberg. When I went through these 6 films, that was such a fun experience, and I loved watching the different video essays. And I just feel like I love when I can kind of be educated in film history through a box set and a collection of films. Like, let's watch the films, let's talk about them, let's learn about them, and kind of understand more about film history. And so this whole entire Eclipse series thing, let me go see. There is let's look at some of the previous Eclipse box sets and some stuff that we could maybe expect to get repressed. So you have like early Bergman. Obviously, I have the Bergman box set, which includes a lot of those films. Late Ozu. Now that's the thing. When I was looking at getting into more Ozu films, I noticed that they had done an Eclipse series, which this is out of print. I kind of glanced at this earlier. But this has so many classic Ozu films, like early spring and late autumn. And this is one that I hope that they reprint, because I will buy this. I want to watch those Ozu films. Some of these names I just struggle to pronounce. So, post-war Kurosawa, Silent Ozu, William Klein, Aki Kaurismäki, the Swedish director. So Shadows in Paradise, Ariel. So yeah, this is exciting for me. Rossellini's History Films, Nikatsu Noir. Chantal Akerman in the 70s. That's interesting. They just did an Akerman box set in the Criterion. But this is exciting to me. Having a lot of classics and foreign classic films that are boxed together in a more affordable format feels like, to me, a really kind of noble path forward for Criterion and a way to actually make an impact on preserving film history. And that aspect of it all is very exciting to me. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the Eclipse series returning. I think it's really cool. I'm excited to check some of them out come November. It sounds like we might only be getting that one box set in November, but hopefully we'll get some more represses and they'll be able to make some of those more available to us. Any guesses on things that they would do as a new box set? Let me know in the comments below. And do any of you guys own any Eclipse series right now? And if so, what are some of your favorite Eclipse series box sets that currently exist on DVD? As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting. We'll catch you guys in the next one.